Miss Philippines 2026 Trixie Paris Rock. We have Miss we request panelists to please join our Queen Outlaw team. So before continuing today's proceedings, may I request everyone to please relax and move forward singing of the Philippine National Anthem, followed by the morning prayer.
Make life delicious.
Ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig sa silanganan. Alam ng puso sa ay ang pag-ibig sa pag-ibig. Nasisingil sa nakakasunog sa simula sa langit ng mga nakakawin sa pagkalinawang sa pagkakawin ang nakikinig na parang nakikinig ay makikinig mga araw ng pagkakawin magsinta ay langit sa ang ligaya ng pagkay lalaki ang mamatay ng alis kayo. I'm so glad, my Lord, I can see you. And all the lovely things so fine and true. I see you in the beauty of the flowers and the rain. I see between the lines all the sweet refrain. So glad, my Lord, I can see you. Even when I'm lonely and in pain. I see you in the beauty of the stars at night. I see you in my life, I feel alright. I see love, and sorrow, and happiness. I see you in the glory, sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour of the day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I'm
Right, you may now be seated. A very warm welcome to all of you here at the venue and of course to our virtual audience watching us live on the City Government of Iligan Facebook page. We are gathered here today for a momentous occasion, the official victory and send-off press conference for a young woman who has captured the hearts of many and is now set to conquer the world. To officially welcome us to this event, let us call on the creative director and designer, Sir Jian Lasala.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So we're just gonna break the formalities here. Thank you so much for coming to our very own Trexy press conference for her grand homecoming. So Trexy is the first ever Miss Iligan to receive a crown from the Miss Universe Philippines system, and we're very, very happy with the outcome. So Trexy will share more of her story later. No, okay. So I would like to recognize. Hello. Are we okay? Okay. I would like to welcome everyone to this event and recognize the presence of our very supportive and faithfully beautiful Miss A.G. Mo, our local director. Very hardworking. Okay, so I went off script now. So anyway, okay, so we'd like to recognize also and welcome our media outlets. We have Miss Lou Ellen Antonio of Philippine Information Agency. Okay, and then we have Junior Cabanday, Station Manager RMN DXIC Iligan, Diema Mendoza, Station Manager Radio Pilipinas Iligan, Shiraz Legazpi, P66, Station Manager Wonder Radio Iligan, Melvin Angot, Station Manager Brigada News FM, Merly Manos GMA7, Bonita Ermac Manila Bulletin, Boy Dicena HFM, June Enriquez, News 4 TV, and we also have some friends from Manila, some famous bloggers from our pageant, bloggers from Manila, J. Barbo Pageant Trend, Adam Hanako of Hey Energy, and then Ferdinand Abingham of Epidemiology, tama ba? Yes. And we also have Brian, no? Hello, Brian. Thank you for dropping by. And then, of course, I'd like to recognize Hannah Padilla Stanfield. Okay. Head of Tourism Office. Miss Hannah, thank you so much for your support, no? We'd like to recognize all of your efforts for supporting us in our national competitions. And then Miss Mitzi Murphy, consultant of ILIGAN City Tourism, Miss Roxanne Arevalo, OIC City Information Office, Mr. Jules Verne Padilla, Chief of Staff, City Mayor's Office, and of course, my favorite batch of this case schedule. We have our, of course, Faith Daniel, Multiana Philippines ILIGAN City Stand-Up, and of course, please support her. She's going to be competing this coming November, hopefully, no? And we're gunning for another national title, no? Pressure na sa imo, Philip. And we also have the Miss Daisy, no? Our third runner-up, and then we have our third runner-up, Miss Iligan 2025, and Amor Cohen, our second runner-up, Miss Iligan 2025, and I know there are still Miss Iligan Queens coming. So, today, the media, you can just ask us any questions and we welcome you to our official event. Tomorrow will be the big day. You're all invited also to join us. So, welcome. Thank you.
Alright, so thank you, Sir Gian, for the warm welcome and for your unwavering support sa ating queens. Alright, from the city of majestic waterfalls to the national stage, her journey has been nothing short of spectacular. Crowned in May 2026 by the Miss Philippines organization, she now carries the hopes of an entire nation as she aims to bring home on country's second Miss Equity International crown. Ladies and gentlemen, let us hear from the Queen herself. Please welcome Miss Equity Philippines 2026, Trixie Paris Ross.
Hello everyone, nice to see all of you here. Good afternoon. First of all, thank you so much for being here today. To all the medias, to Mayor Frederick Shao and to our tourism office. I am very grateful to be welcomed by all of you, and I'm very excited as well to share my journey together with Sir Gian and Miss A. And thank you so much kasi nandito kayo lahat. And thank you so much for the love and support. And sana mag-enjoy tayong lahat today.
Thank you, Miss Trexy. Your passion for your advocacy and your love for the Philippines really shine through. We are all behind you. So at this juncture, we would like to recognize some very special guests who have joined us today. Their contribution to the pageant industry and their dedication to covering the journeys of our queens are truly appreciated. So please join me in acknowledging Mr. J.R. Barbo of Pageant Trend. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for being here. Mr. Ferdinand Abingon of Ethnology. And Mr. Adam Minato of VNG. Thank you for your support, sir. Of course, Ms. Hannah Padilla Stanford, our City Tourism Officer. Also with us is Ms. Faith Izzy Behem, Bunya of Pilipinas ILIGAN City 2026. Ms. Daisy Jen Aminyabon, Miss ILIGAN 2025 third runner-up, and Miss Amor Lane Kualia, Miss ILIGAN 2025 second runner-up. Alright, so we also welcome our friends from the local and national media outlets. Thank you for helping us share Trixie's story. Now, to give us more insight into the preparations and vision for Trixie's international stint, let us introduce the rest of our distinguished panel. With us is our creative director, Mr. Jian Lasala. He is the man responsible for the visual and artistic narrative of our queen. And with us also is the woman who mentored and guided Trixie from the very beginning, the local pageant director of Miss Universe Philippines, Miss Angel Law. And he will also be joining us later, our chairman, Mr. Verne Padilla. So we now open the floor to our friends from the media. For our viewers watching the live stream on the City Government of Iligan Facebook page, feel free to drop your messages of support in the comment section. To our media friends here, if you have a question, please raise your hand and our ushers will bring a microphone to you. Kindly state your name and the organization you represent before asking your question.
I want to add something. I want to recognize the family of Trexy. Yay! Thank you so much for supporting Trexy, especially for the voting. No? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and my family and the But yeah, seriously though, Trexy's family, thank you so much for supporting. Thank you.
Alright. So, shall we start with anyone? Miss.
So good afternoon, Miss Trexy. So I am Jolie Avio. I am a student intern in the Philippine Agency Information. So Queen Trexy, we are so blessed and we're so happy for representing our beloved Iligan City. So here is my question. As you prepare to bring Iligan City and the Philippines to the international stage, what is the most important message about Mindanao resilience and beauty that you cannot wait to share with the world?
I've joined a lot of pageants already, and I think the most important thing that you should always carry, whether you are living in Roxas or Mindanao, it's very important to stay authentic. And whatever stage you're stepping, I think authenticity is like the very important gift that you have. That is also one thing that you can share to other people. And with that, you really have to parang to really be very serious about the competition. You being authentic is already enough, and you are showing your most authentic Filipina is a very enough to every stage that you're stepping in.
Thank you very much. Authenticity is the key. So I have also my follow-up question, and it's okay. So since you're the youngest voice representing us in the international stage, what is the biggest lesson you've learned from this journey that you want to share with other young dreamers?
A lot. Actually, Miss Universe Philippines, my journey there is very hard, but at the same time, there's a lot of lesson. I went to that stage not fully knowing what's going to happen. I am very clueless. I am stepping on that stage unknown. Everything is unknown. But with the guidance of Miss A and Sir Jian, I was able to, survive all of it. And I think the greatest lesson is to really stay true to myself. I was not trying to be someone that I am not. All I really did all throughout the competition is to be authentic because that's what they want me to do. And I think that is also one thing that all of the candidates should do because that is the most powerful thing that you have.
Thank you very much, Miss Trexy.
I think we also have a question from Mr. Jade Ubarco of KXIC.
Good afternoon, to the back of KALINAW. As Miss Eco Team International, enjoy mo ba mga advocacies sa environment as a Miss Eco Team International?
Having an advocacy actually kana gid ako ang murag gina-focus karon gina-feature na ko siya ayo because I don't want it to sound good only on paper. But one thing that is really close to my heart is that environmental problems should be open and approachable to the youth because sa ako ang ma-observe, every time we have a problem or we talk about environmental problems, the youth become disconnected because they feel that it is a job for a big organization or leaders. But I think that the youth's voice is very powerful because, especially in this generation, they are very creative. And now that we have social media, all of us has the power to spread it in a good way, and if we use it in a good way as well. And that is one thing that I want to achieve as I have this title right now.
Alright, so before we proceed, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our chairman, Sir Jules Verne Padilla. Can you please join the panel, sir? Alright, do you have any more questions? Sir June Enriquez.
Good afternoon, I'm Jian Enriquez of Forum News.tv. Just ask a personal question. How old are you?
I am 19 years old po. 19.
Okay, so what will be the next stage of this competition? Because are you declared as Miss Eco-10 International Philippines? So you will be representing the country. So that's it. Now, what will be the next stage of the competition?
The Miss Eco Team title is actually very big for me. There's a lot of pressure because you want to do well. And now that it is an international pageant, there's a lot of pressure because I am not just carrying like the ILIGAN people, but the whole Philippines. It's a different kind of pressure. And I think the next stage for me or the next step for me to do is to really prepare myself, to study more, to prepare all the passerella, know more about our environment, all the issues, and to really prepare my advocacy as well, to use my platform properly, and to go there sharing what we have as Filipino. I am very excited as well to share my story and to know the stories of other girls. And with that, I think that is a different kind of preparation as well because I'll be meeting a lot of girls and I am also excited about it. Thank you.
Okay, so we have a question here for Mr. Lasala. As the creative director, what is the theme or vision for Trexy's wardrobe and styling for the Miss Eco Team International stage? And how are we blending Filipino heritage with modern international?
Okay, so we never escaped that question, no? So right now, it's still very early to say what our vision is for that, but the most that we can do now is to comply with the requirements of this eco team. So I'm sure you're aware of the eco dresses, the national costume, the resort wear. So there will be no swimsuit competition, I believe, because it will be held in Alexandria, Egypt. And for the evening gown, so we already prepared for it. Of course, as a fashion designer, I'm not meant to copy another person or another designer's aesthetics. I'm pretty sure that the pageant fans, will be expecting me to create something that's familiar to their taste. So by this time, I want to tell everyone that we're not going to do anything with that, or do something like that. So I cannot promise anything for the evening gowns. What we can assure you of is that we will let Trexy shine. It's not about the gown; it's her wearing the dress. So we're preparing now. Can you say how many? How many ba? Oh yeah, we have three. We're preparing three evening gowns. I'm still planning to add one more. I'm also. We're also given the privilege to prepare the resort wear. I think, no? And then we already have the designer for the eco dresses. So yeah, so that's what we're now. Yeah, Miss Angel also shared with me that since we're going to the Middle East now, the Middle Eastern market really wants something shiny, something extravagant, something colorful. So initially, we are really thinking that Trexy's wardrobe will showcase not only her Filipina essence, but also we want something that's very cosmopolitan, very colorful, vibrant, and would showcase her ebony-like skin or kayo skin.
Right, two more questions for you, sir. Will there be a focus on sustainable or eco-friendly materials in the national costume or evening gowns? And then, how do you ensure that she will stand out among contestants from all over?
Okay. So to answer your second question, interestingly though, since as a fashion designer, I like to shop new fabrics in advance. So Trexy's wardrobes are a part of our existing collections, which is already answering to the sustainability concern in fashion, right? So in fact, Trexy's evening gowns at Miss Universe Philippines are also a part of a collection. Miss Angel and I decided that we should not waste our resources because we prepared evening gowns in advance, so that the queen that came before her could use it, but since she could not use it anymore, so we decided for her to use them. In fact, Trexy was the one who consumed all of our wardrobe allowances because we prepare everything in advance. So under the leadership of Miss Angel, that's how she works. She anticipates everything. So yeah, so that's our answer for the sustainability. In fact, I do my best to work with what we have and in the studio. We minimize consumption with new fabrics. We just work with something with what we have. And then the number three question, how can I assure the public if she will stand out? Now, the evening gown is just is an armor, a part of her journey. 90% of the work will be Trexy's, 10% will be the evening gown. So, what I can assure lang is that Trexy can walk in it. No pun intended. She can walk in it. We're gonna, I will make it sure that it's something I have not done before. We'll try new techniques, but I will make it sure that it can be packed in the luggage, kaya niyang dalhin to Egypt without any excess weight. So, yeah. So, guys, it's also my first Miss Philippines. So, well, yeah, I'm pressured, but I know that the Lord will give me the guidance for that, and we will continue to pray. That whatever Trexy wears, she will stand out. So.
Apologies. Hello. Apologies that I just arrived, but I would like to introduce myself first and foremost. I am Carlo Dalier of Kinalpan Digital. First and foremost, maayong adlaw, mabuhay, ug madayaw, gikan sa dakbayan sa Davao. Sorry, I just arrived, but can I give my two questions to Trexy Paris Rojas. It's nice to see you again after almost a year.
Yes, I remember you.
Yeah. Okay, so the first question I'd like to ask Trexy, of course, with the experience that you had during the competition in Manila, what essence had you brought as far as you are doing your national competition at that time? And my second question is, since you're going to pass on the crown to your successor, we do not know who she is, but what is the message that you will give for your future successor for Miss Iligan 2026? Sorry to be premature to ask, but can you answer the first question first? With the experience that you had in the national competition, and what essence you had brought with the experience that you had in the nationals?
Again, my Miss Universe Philippines journey wasn't always easy. There's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, I enjoy it because I enjoy it, but there's more pressure in it because, as we all know, Ate Juliana, mataas yung placement niya before me. But I don't want to compare myself because we have different journey. And then, what I really like about my journey is that I have it is really hard to get out of your own mind because you want to do well, but you can't like stop the pressure. And I'm very proud that I was able to overcome. And I am very happy because I have the title right now. And for my successor, my message to her, whoever she is, um, my message to her is that you don't have to change yourself to what other people wants to see, because being your true self, again, I keep on saying this because I have proven on my own journey, your authenticity is really your power on every stage that you step in, because that's what I did during my MUPH journey. I did not try to be somebody else, and yeah, that's all.
Follow up na lang right before I would pass on the microphone to the other media. If you would suggest a non-iliganon like me, from Davao, of course, in what you would like to showcase for us non-iliganons regarding the tourist spots or anything that embodies a true iliganon?
Um, Iligan is known as the city of majestic waterfalls. And I think that is something that embodies the Iliganon because this is our home and everything that is here is beautiful because of the people of Iligan, the tribe people, the Christian, the Maranao, and the Higa Unon. And I think that is something that I want to share and I am very proud of. Thank you.
All right. We also have a question here from Miss Angel, our local pageant director. Angel, can you walk us through the training Trexy has been undergoing?
Okay, you're asking about the training. So for now, we're relaxed pa. So we are just, brainstorming what's gonna be the preparation for Trexy for her international stint in Alexandria, Egypt. So Jian and I, Trexy, we were all discussing together with, of course, our city government, especially the ILIGAN City Tourism Office, with Miss Verne Padilla about, doing the tourism video and stuff. And I think we have to start from there. Then after that, we're gonna go with, the Q&A, the pasarela and everything. So we still have 5 months of preparation. So I think that's a lot pa, or maybe, paspas kayang adlaw, but I think we can manage. So we will be assisting Trexy all throughout, right? So I hope that you will all support our journey. This is not just about us, but to all of us. This is for Iligan and this is for the Philippines. Thank you.
One more question from Miss Angel. How are you preparing Trexie mentally and emotionally for the pleasure of representing the Philippines on a global stage?
Thank you for that question. You know how we prepare Trexie, it's easy. You know why? Because she's very disciplined. She's very, she's teachable. And I really love her character, her attitude. And when you have a queen like this, it's so easy. It's a local director's dream. To have someone like her to be near your side. And, she listens and she shares. She knows how to communicate. She's, very honest. Even, okay, we're just gonna like share something because last night, she has a dress and she ruined it because she ironed it and it burned. And it's like, how will I how will I explain to her? Of course, I'll get mad, right? But at the end of the day, she said sorry and said, oh, it's okay. You just worry about appearance and stuff like that, and you move forward. So you don't have to dwell with the problem, but you just have an open communication, good communication, and you're all good. I think that's the secret. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, regarding that question about preparation, no, so you always have this mantra for Trexie, Trex paningkamot yun ha. Okay, in pageants like Miss Universe Philippines, there are things, there are variables that we cannot control. In as much as we want Trexie to be at the hot picks, to be number one at certain events, to be at these events, to be top of that. We can't have control in that. But what we can control, which we really appreciate Trexie doing, is that she really shows up, planned up, and she performs really well to the point that she got the attention of the Miss Universe Philippines executives, which resulted to the title that she has now. So regarding our strategy, we're still gonna do the same thing times 100. She said it in one interview, and it's true because there are many variables in, especially Egypt, Miss Egypt, that we don't know. We have no idea what we're entering into, and we're just gonna do the same thing for Trexie. We'll tell her, Trex, paningkamot, do your best, be excellent every single day, and then the Lord will be the one to do the rest. No, so and it worked. And it also worked for our predecessor. So yeah.
Okay, I think we have a question from Verne Padilla of Jian Lasala.
Hello, ayun. Itingog na. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Merlin Banos. Kung manaman sila o pangutana. Mangutana na ako diri sa atong LGU. Diri sa unsay atong, we are proud to be a representative because dito sa Iligan, no? Sa may matabang nato sa ato ang kandidata padulong nato dito sa Egypt.
As always, the local government of Iligan is always supporting 100%. And I'm so sure with the presence of our ever beautiful city tourism head, Miss Verne Padilla Stanfield, makita kita always, again, we just like, on behalf of the local government, just like to congratulate Trexie Roxas, for giving prestige and honor to our city. It is the epitome of ILIGAN beauty, not just beauty but brains also. And I believe na yung mga values na atong mga ILIGAN beauties here, especially queens in the city. So our mayor will always be supportive in all endeavors, especially kung na yung mga pageants like this na muhatag pride and prestige in our city. So we are just so thankful for this wonderful journey na kabtan ni Trexie. And as always, again, ang local government supportive kayo. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. We have a question from Richie Vin of the Cincinnati Inquirer.
Sorry. Sorry. Good afternoon. Bisaya na ko kung grados English 29 na dyan. Atong Maria Cristina Falls, guwapa kayo, parehanin mo kagwapa. Pero, kuya ko no. Pero, na-threaten ni karon kay dunay plano ang isang nga allegedly ibaligya usa ay rehabilitate ibaligya. Once na ma-privatize na ang Maria Cristina Falls, niha ng istorya ni Sir Verne Padilla sa Bandilyo ko ganina, na kanang at stake ang kaning ang Maria Cristina Falls. Kung sa may stand ni Miss Trexy, being an Act of 10 International Philippines 2026, uyon ka ba na i-privatize kanya dayon? Uyon ka ba na mawad-an ta og jewel of iligan? You may reply mo. Thank you.
For a very long time, again, we are known as the city of majestic waterfalls, and we have Maria Cristina as one of our gem. And if ever na i-private as much as possible, I think it would be hard because there's a lot of tourists na kabalo na ana na place and they really want to visit. And I think to further explain it, we have Miss Hannah so that we can all understand the issue as well.
Thank you very much. Do you have another question, Sir?
Explain. Moray na rejoinder si Mamana. Okay, palaban si Mamana.
May hapon, Sir Richard. Thank you for that question. Well, it's actually PSAM that was mandated to sell Maria Cristina. So I think that's under the directive of the president to sell. So there's not really a lot that we can do with regards to selling and not selling, privatizing and not privatizing. The only thing we can do is to share our voice and to share our sentiments as Iliganos on how we want to preserve our natural resources. So we're very happy that Miss Trexy will somehow be a voice of Maria Cristina Falls and share the love of Iliganos and their affinity to preserving Maria Cristina Falls. If ever man ma-privatize siya, I'm not for or against it because honestly, I haven't done that much research and fact-checking to have an opinion. So we have to speak more about it. So that's why I'm happy that you raised this question para mas ma-discuss siya and ma-raise po sa tanang anons and maka-question po sila nga kung sa maayo ba yun or hindi. Yes, sir.
Pwede man yun si Miss Trexy. Manawagan sa baruganan sa iligan. Dili gidiktahan ta kay you have a brilliant idea. Pero kini ako kaning murag influencer ako diha siguro gyapon ko sa imong edisulti. Hindi ko manawagan sa mga iligano kanang presidente na supakon ang pag-rehabilitate of privatize sa Maria Cristina Falls o Agos Ulangit per se aron magpabili ng ato ang Maria Cristina Falls. Salamat.
Sir, wait lang. I have to, kasi I don't think it's also the correct venue for her to raise this, and I'm sure she also needs a lot of research and fact checking the same as I do. I'm even a city tourism officer and I also need to do some research. Unsa pa kasi Trexy nga, busy siya dito doing projects and everything. I'm sure she needs a lot more fact checking to do. So we can discuss in a different way and different venue, so we don't take away the highlight of today's press con.
Natrigger na po kay Eiko.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Han. We have a question from Radyo Pilipinas, Sir Sharif Habib.
Hello po, magandang hapon. At maligayang pagdating sa Iligan City, Miss Trexy. Paris, Roxas. Short lang po yung tanong ko, para sa iyo, no, bilang Miss International Philippines 2026, ano para sa iyo ang pagkakaiba ng pagmamahal sa kalikasan sa aktibong pagprotekta nito?
If we are going to observe what's happening to our world right now, there's really a lot of happenings, mga bagyo, and then there's a lot of trash everywhere. And we can really show our love to our environment by really being consistent of doing like reusing things, recycling things, and even supporting local products. And
Ang question ko pa is, para sa iyo, ano ang pagkakaiba ng pagmamahal sa kalikasan or love sa environment sa aktibong pagprotekta nito?
we can actually do both at the same time. We can love our nature and protect it by, yeah, again, being consistent about what we are doing, be supporting local products, reusing, recycling things, because environmental issue right now is not a normal thing. We're already experiencing it. And if we keep doing things consistently, and I think we are going to solve the problems as well that we're facing.
Last na siguro, Miss Trexy, since kabilang din no, sa role mo ang youth empowerment, since ngayong talamak ang fake news at mga deepfake sa internet, paano makatutulong ang isang Miss Queen upang magabayan ang new generation na ihiwalay ang katotohanan sa maling impormasyon?
I think that is parang gawain na po yan talaga na dapat isang-isip natin bilang isang individual na gamitin ng social media in a very mindful way. That is our job to do it. And right now, I can use my voice to influence them and tell them to use social media in a proper way, in a appropriate way. And if we are going to like apply that to our everyday life as youth, and if the youth can hear me, hello, and if they can hear me today, then I think maiiwasan po natin yung mga fake news at malalaman po natin kung ano yung hindi at kung ano yung tunay sa social media. Lalo na ngayon na delikado po talaga pag wala po tayong kaalaman tungkol sa mga ganyang mga bagay.
Thank you. We have a question from the bulletin. Miss Bonita. Ngayong hapon na po ko'y damahin ng pangutang ng naman na pagbuhay. Being an in queen, if you could start any environmental project, what would it be and why?
Environmental project. I really want to involve myself to an organization na mga ganyan kasi I really want to help and to really explore about those things. And if meron na po akong gustong gawin, that would be like recycling things and doing it to art and transforming it into art. Because what I have observed kasi, if we do that, we are also like using it to help our mental health. And parang relax po kasi yung mga tao if we are doing art. And if we are going to use it by like recycling things, then we are also able to help our environment, not just our mental health.
Here's one more question from Miss Trexy from Radyo Pilipinas. Climate change and extreme weather events threaten both communities and tourist destinations. If you were given the opportunity to lead an environmental campaign in ILIGAN City, how would you encourage sustainable tourism while building resilience among local communities? Question. Alright. Climate change and extreme weather events threaten both communities and tourist destinations. If you were given the opportunity to lead an environmental campaign in ILIGAN City, how would you encourage sustainable tourism while building resilience among local communities?
Again po, environmental problem is not new to us because we are already experiencing it. And sad to say, it is already normalized to all of us. And if there's one thing that I can do, and I really want to do, is to really involve the youth to such organizations that will help us grow our environment and to help our environment as well. And with that, we are able to raise their voices. And I think that would be very impactful because the youth and the platform that I have, if we are going to do our best and unite to each other, then we are able to achieve what we can to our environment.
One more question from Miss Trexy. When you stand on the international stage, what is the core message you want to deliver to the world about ILIGAN's commitment to the environment?
Wow, para naman yung Q&A. There's a lot that I can say or I can share from ILIGAN because we have a lot of tourist spots here. We have a lot of beautiful natural destinations and the people, the food. And if I could share that to the international people as well, I think they will be very happy and I will really gladly invite them to visit ILIGAN so that they will know what it feels like to be ILIGAN.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Trexy. We have a question for Sir Verne. Sir, in what ways is the city government and the community of ILIGAN rallying behind Trexy to ensure she has everything she needs for her international quest?
Well, as you can see, no, we're opening arms with the City Tourism Office as well as part of our adlaw sa Iligan. Atong isa sa highlights is Trexy Rojas. So we are so happy, no, to know na dako kayo impact ang nahatag ni Trexy, no, for Iligan alone. That's why balik-balik ko na ako kaganina. Happy kayo ta kay part siyang homecoming. So timely, we're celebrating our adlaw sa Iligan. And rest assured, no, I'm so sure na maging tayo mga financial support ng atong mayor, no. So as always, in every endeavor in terms of pageantry, the mayor is always supportive. So I believe, again, 101% atong ihatag kang Trexy. It's because first time, I believe, first time si Trexy na Miss Iligan nangilaok sa Miss Universe. So a round of applause to Trexy. No? And hopefully, no great like Trexy pag-abot sa Egypt. I'm so sure international beauty queen, no, in the presence of Trexy Paris. So again, sa question kaganina, always nasa likod ang local government of Iligan because it brings honor and pride for our city.
Thank you very much, Sir Verne. I think we have time for one last question from the floor. Anybody? Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. For the from eventology, my question is for Miss Angel. Given that you have been consistently placing in the national for Miss Universe Philippines, what are your plans for this year's Miss Universe Philippines Iligan?
That's a tricky question. Well, for this year, for Miss Iligan 2026, I will, it's actually the Yandy Executive Management Board decision to whoever they choose to be the proponent for Miss Iligan this year. So as for now, I'm not thinking about it yet because we're still busy with Trexy's homecoming and all this stuff. So maybe we'll see. So it really depends on the DMV executive management board. So I leave it after.
Thank you. And for Trexy, I know this is your homecoming, but the pageant is fast approaching. Na October na, no? So you have like 3 months to prepare, tama ba? So what are, five ba? Four. What will be your preparation, and also how would you include ILIGAN in your international tourism video?
Frankly speaking po, hindi pa po talaga ako nakapag-start mag-prepare because our schedule sa the Miss Philippines is very busy. And at the same time, I am also trying to rest because the whole 3 months was kind of tiring. But when it comes to preparation, I will do 100 times better on what I've done for MUPH. I will do better, especially for my communication skills, studying more about our environment issues, and also my pastorela. And if I could bring like one thing to the international stage about being an Iliganon, it is really the spirit of being an Iliganon. I really think that I'm going to stand there not just a one Filipino, but the spirit of all the Iliganon behind me, and I'm carrying that through me on the international stage, and I am very proud to say that. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. All right, thank you for those wonderful questions. Now, at this juncture, we'd like to hear from the 76 Adlaw sa Iligan chairman himself for words of encouragement sa Miss Trexy, Sir Jules Verne Padilla.
In closing, no, we'd just like to congratulate Trexy, Paris Rojas. Grabe, pang-president ko pag-apelido, pang-beauty queen pa, ano, name. So, again, for our media friends here and media partners, thank you so much. Kaya kami mag-highlight kan Trexy, no, as well as our very ever beautiful local director, Ma'am Adrian, no, and Sir Jian Lasala, no, pang-international na nangingiligan. And we'd like to thank also City Tourism Office headed by Miss Hannah Padilla Stanfield for the all-out support for Trexy, especially the homecoming of our beauty queen. And looking forward tomorrow, our event, we have our Grand City Parade, highlighting our ever beautiful Trexy Rojas, as well as partners in the local government, the Iligan corporations, businesses, among others, organizations. So we have a Grand City Parade at 3 p.m. Mag-end na siya, mag-end mga 6 p.m. We'll be starting our program proper 6 p.m. Then tuloy-tuloy na tayo. Then we'll be celebrating our first ever iPop Music Festival, highlighting our local talents. This year, because of the challenges we have now, after Basyang, among others, ipakita lang natin na resilient ang mga Iliganans, and wala tayong national artist di ko karon kay atong i-highlight atong mga local artists. So, as well as our beauty queens, no? So again, thank you so much on behalf of our Mayor Freddy Xiao, atong sa ulong ang adlaw ng tawhan sa City Government of Iligan. And this highlights the homecoming of Trexy Paris Ross. Again, congratulations. More beauty queens to come in Iligan City. Again, guwapa sa Iligan, again, looking bright. So rest assured that the local government of Iligan will always be supportive. Looking forward for more pageantry in Iligan City. Miss MUPH, I'm so sure, rest assured we will always be supportive with you. So again, daghang salamat o padayon asenso Iligan.
Thank you very much, Sir Verne. Before we wrap up the formal part of our program, we would like to invite our photographers for the official photo session. We will have first Miss Trexy Paris Ross for her solo.
Sorry.
All right. Thank you very much. Now, Miss Trexy will be joined by our panelists, Sir Verne, Ma'am Angel, and Sir Jian. Maybe invite also Miss Verne Padilla, Stanfield, our City Information Officer.
One, two, three. One, kita. One more.
Okay, thank you. So now, Miss Trexy with our special guests, Sir J.R., Ferdinand Abihon, and Sir Adam. And also our beauty queens.
Look here, 1, 2, 3. One.
And finally, Miss Trexy with the rest of our beauty queens, Miss Faith William, Daisy Jen Aliniabon, and Miss Amor Dilipon. Adrian. Diana.
Look here, 1, 2, 3. Here, 1, 2. Maganda.
All right, so thank you very much. Thank you to everyone for coming, and please join us for some refreshments later. Trexy will be available for brief one-on-one interviews kung na pa yung mga additional questions. So this has been your host, Roxas, the officer in charge of City Information Office. ILIGAN City is proud, and the Philippines is ready.
One more.
Saan sasali to? Mga runner-up. Runner-up po sila. Mga runner-up na. Sila